Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Frank McCaffrey, and I'm joined by Rachel Swaffer. She is one of our researchers here at Americans for Limited Government. She has been looking into a liberal grant-making organization known as the Tides Foundation. Now, the Tides Foundation has been giving out a lot of money to Democratic candidates. Exactly how much money are we talking about here?
Well, in 2010, which is the latest year that we have data for, Tides Foundation gave out a little over $113 million to liberal and progressive activist organizations.
Now, that sounds like a lot of money, and it's also very interesting because we've heard for many years criticism of conservative groups as being the ones who just throw money at candidates, and they're supposed to be the big corporate party. Now, we're seeing this on the other side. What are your thoughts on that?
Exactly. It's really not. It's not quite true. What most of us have been led to believe, and that's that the Democratic Party and the liberal side of things is kind of the political underdog when it comes to money, and that's honestly just not true. They are pouring money into liberal and progressive organizations on a level that far surpasses anything going on the right. For example, Tides, $113 million in 1 year. Ford Foundation, $83 million in 2010. You had Goldman Sachs, which was another $110 million to progressive organizations in 2010. And on the other side of it, one of the biggest lightning rods on the conservative side are the Koch brothers, who have gotten a lot of flack lately for their funding of conservative organizations. And the Koch brothers in 2010 only gave about $15 million to politically active groups. And so if you look at that on a comparative scale, that's about one Koch dollar for every 23 liberal dollars. So the liberals are definitely outspending the conservatives.
Wow, that's stunning to hear. $1 for every $23. That's absolutely unbelievable. Now, can you describe the makeup of the Tides Foundation? Of course, a lot of companies, a lot of firms that take money from one organization and wash it, so to speak, and pardon the pun with the Tides Foundation washing money. They do something else. They'll have a magazine that they put out, or who knows, they might make pizza or something on the side. What exactly does the Tides Foundation do other than take this money and operate as a middleman?
Well, that's the interesting thing about Tides, is that they are unique in the fact that all they do is bring in money from third-party donors, corporations, and individuals, and then redonate that money back out to these radical groups in the name of Tides. And so washing the name of the original donor off of the funds that are being donated. But the funds that are being donated in donor-directed funds. So the original donor still decides where their money goes. It just doesn't have their name on it, which is a really unique situation. And it is unlike anything else going on because Tides doesn't do anything else. They exist solely to facilitate that transaction, and they don't actually invest any of their own money.
Okay, so the obvious question now is, who is the Tides Foundation and other groups getting the money from, and who are they giving it to?
Well, we don't know exactly who they're getting their money from because the money that's coming in, they don't have to report those donations. We do know that they get large donations from some very large foundations, but that's just looking back at those foundations' tax returns because they have to report their donations to Tides. But for the most part, the actual individuals who are donating to Tides, we don't have the names of. And then they're taking this money and donating it out to some of the most radical progressive and liberal activist groups out there. Media Matters, ACLU, ACORN, Planned Parenthood, Center for American Progress, the list goes on and on. So they're really kind of bankrolling the left.
Of course, the left has the universities donate a lot of money, and they have these grant-giving organizations. What about the media? Is the media getting funded by groups like the Tides Foundation?
Absolutely. Groups like Tides and also other liberal grant-making organizations like Tides, also like the Ford Foundation, Goldman Sachs, Carnegie, all these large liberal grant-making organizations, all of them are donating very heavily to both education, university systems, and media outlets, national public radio, things of that nature.
Well, I'll say something here that might be stunning, but the mainstream media tends to lean left, and certainly the funding from these organizations helps that cause. Thank you very much for joining us, Rachel.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And please join us again next time.